What's up, guys? Georgia Texan 85 back again. Hope everybody had a good couple of days. I guess I've been working, so haven't uploaded today, or I don't think I uploaded yesterday either. But I wanted to bring you guys a gameplay. This is a 34-1 playing 6-on-6 team deathmatch. It's not a game mode that I'm extremely fond of, but I was talking to a friend of mine that is at my work, and he plays Call of Duty. He doesn't play a whole lot, and we were talking. And he's like, asking, well, how do you do this, and how do you do this and not die, and just random questions about not dying and more kills, and it really made me think. There's still people out there that go maybe 15 and 10, 15 and 5, and they're happy with that game, and I understand that. I mean, that's the best you've done and all that. And this person just so happens to play team deathmatch, and that's what he plays. He usually plays with his brother, and that's what his brother likes to play. So I got to thinking about, what are some good tips for team deathmatch, and trying to explain to him, the best way to play this and how to be most effective. First thing I want to say is I'm running high streaks, and if you're playing team deathmatch, especially 6v6, I don't necessarily recommend that, just because there's no objective to capture. So if you're going to get your high streaks, it's going to be solely off kills, and if you're not extremely confident in what you're doing, it's going to be hard to get those streaks. And for team deathmatch, I'd say UAV, counter UAV, VSAT, stuff like that. Stuff is going to help, your team know where the other team is on the minimap, help build you some score, and just stuff like that that's useful as a team, because obviously the main focus in team deathmatch is to get the most kills with the least deaths. You want everybody on the team to do that, and if you know where the other team is, that really helps. But I guess the biggest tip I have for team deathmatch, really, and it's pretty basic. I'm sure everybody knows it, but you want to watch your minimap. And the reason I say that, and the minimap is important anyway, but if you look at it in team deathmatch, enemy team's pretty much going to spawn where your team's not. I notice my whole team's pretty much anchoring down on the side we spawned on. So I know the enemy team's either going to spawn back there where I was just looking, or off here on this side of the map by these big reactors, I guess they are. And as long as nobody on your team pushes up too far, or multiple people start pushing up with you, the spawns are going to stay kind of static. What you got to watch for is, if your team starts getting a lot more movement than my team has right now, the spawns will flip. So you have to watch your back. You have to be watching that minimap, because if you get too many people in that area, the spawn's going to flip, and they will spawn behind you. So you got to watch that. And you can see I'm pretty much running almost the same route over and over. I'm using that building to help me be unpredictable. I'm using all the stuff that's built into the map to kind of move around and have a little bit of cover to me, and it kind of keeps me, I don't know, a little bit safe. And as long as I'm in a different spot every time I try to go on an attack, it's going to keep it, keep them on their toes, and they're not going to know where I'm coming from. Especially with this gun, I'm running a suppressor, so I'm not showing up on the minimap when I shoot. And I keep going back to that spot, looking back at that back spawn, and then I'll come over here and look off, trying to pick them off if they come from the left. And that's pretty basic. I mean, you just gotta read your minimap, read where your team's spawning, and try to push up a little bit and control the enemy spawn. That's really all you gotta do. And if you can do it effectively, if you're having KD issues, it's going to help your KD, obviously, because you should go pretty positive, and I got really lucky right there. But you should go pretty positive. I mean, 34-1 this match, playing 66, it's pretty good. I mean, that's 34 KD. So if you can use basic strategy, use your Minimap, and see where your team is compared to where, you think their team's spawning, and just try to be around where you think they're going to spawn and attack from different angles, you'll be fine. And like I said, don't use high streaks unless you are extremely confident that you're going to get them. I wasn't 100% sure I was going to get mine after that first death, just because the game pace is so slow. And you see me, I'm pushing a lot, just trying to work for kills. And luckily, I ended up getting on my streak, so that really helps. And I was able to, go beast. So, team deathmatch. If you want to raise your KD, obviously this is one of the better, game modes to play, unless you're extremely skilled at domination and kill confirm. And it's a very basic, easy game mode. So if you're having trouble with KD, if you're having trouble learning to get kills, this is where you need to be. And like I said, you just need to patrol the spawn. Very simple. That's pretty much the best TDM breakdown I can give. It's very basic stuff. The other thing I just wanted to touch on really quick, the Xbox recently had a patch, and it hasn't hit the PlayStation yet. But it's got some things that are pretty exciting. I'm not going to touch on everything. I'm sure everybody's heard about it. But I just want to, touch on the things that I think are good. I mean, first of all, they've made Nuketown available to everybody in every game mode. That's a major plus. I think that's long overdue. And, that's one of the most popular maps in Black Ops 1. So if you're going to bring it back, the way they did it was unfair, so I'm happy to see it's back. They took Capture the Flag out of hardcore and replace that with domination. I don't really know why they did that, but I'm not shocked that they did. It's normal for them to change out game modes. On the Xbox, they've ramped up for Mob of the Dead, so if you're a zombie fan, you play on the Xbox, they're pretty much laying the groundwork for everything. So that's something that's very good. And something interesting they did, I guess it's to combat reverse boosting, whatever. There's some kind of setting where if you suicide too many times, you get kicked. So that's really kind of funny. Another main thing, no more gun DLC. I think they made the Peacekeeper too overpowered, and they're not going to bring any more gun DLC into Black Ops 2, so no new guns. Anyway, guys, 34-1 using the M27. This has been Georgia Texan 85. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please do subscribe, and I'm out, guys.